Hello, folks. Welcome to AWS Machine Learning Workshop. This is Sharat Kumar, your trainer. So, here in this quick video, I will be providing a few instructions regarding the requirements that you need to fulfill before you getting started with this particular workshop. So, you just need an average of 30 minutes to fulfill all these prerequisites. There are some few softwares has to be installed on your PC, and AWS account has to be created. In this video, let me provide you a step-by-step instruction how to fulfill that. Okay. So now let us get started with that. So here is a PDF which explains the step-by-step instructions. So what you need to do. So let us get started with the first one. Obviously, creating an Amazon Web Services free trial account. Obviously, this workshop is all about AWS and machine learning. You need to have your own AWS account to proceed with. So you can create a free account from an Amazon. So Amazon provides a free account for 1 year that is called Amazon free trial. So you can get started with creating an AWS free trial account by clicking on the link that I have provided in this particular PDF. So you can just open this link in a new window. You'll be redirected to this particular screen, and you can see this orange color button on the top right corner which says create an AWS account, right? So once you hit on a button which says create an AWS account, so you'll be redirected to this screen. And yeah, now you can get started with providing your email address, and you can just provide an AWS account name, something like an account name, so username that you want to provide. So once your verification of an email is done, so then you will be redirected to a screen, so where the AWS will ask for few more details like address and other details. So I will recommend you to fulfill only fill only the mandate informations. They will be asking other information like PAN informations in case if you're from India, some other tax informations. So basically you can neglect that. So once your AWS account is created, so you will be then you can able to access AWS account. So make sure you fill every information that is mandate. Don't miss any informations, otherwise your AWS account might not be created successfully. Okay. So one more thing you need to keep it in a mind. So when you're creating an AWS account, so AWS is not for free, right? Every cloud platform is a paid services. So you need to add a debit card or a credit card just for verification. So AWS will charge you 2 INR, that is in case if you're from India. Otherwise, if you're from other country, you might be charged for a dollar per $1. So AWS will be reimbursing you that particular amount maybe in 24 hours or most probably in 4 hours. So that is just for a verification, but still you will be accessing AWS completely for free for next 1 year. Okay. So make sure you create your AWS accounts properly, and if you have any questions, please reach out to us. So now let us get started with the step number 2. You need to install a software called AWS CLI version 1. So AWS CLI has two versions, version 1 and version 2. You can either install version 1 or version 2, that completely okay. So for this particular workshop, we're going to use AWS CLI version 1. So in order to download AWS CLI version 1, you can able to use this direct download links. If you click this direct download links, so you will be getting that particular MSI installer to your PC. So if you are using 64-bit operating system, so you can go with this. 32-bit operating system, you can go with this. So once you have downloaded that particular CLI software, so let me just quickly download it. So I'm not going to re-download this again. So I have this software already downloaded. So let me just quickly go to my download location here. So here you can see I have downloaded a 64-bit MSI installer for AWS CLI version 1. So it's a straightforward installation. It's self-explainable. You can just go and install it. So accept the license, next, and you can able to install it. So I have installed AWS CLI already in my PC. I'm not going to proceed with this once again. So yep. So now AWS CLI has been installed successfully. And in case if you have any other operating system, let's say a Mac, or maybe if you're running on a Linux, you can just go with this particular link that I've shared below the step number 2. So you can able to download the relevant operating system, I mean the software for the relevant operating system that you have. So yeah, so let's say if you once you come to this particular Windows. So if you are using Linux, you can go with this option. If you are using a Mac OS, you can just go with that option to download that. So yes, so let's say now we have installed AWS CLI. It may be Windows, it may be Linux, or it may be Mac. So how do we verify it whether the CLI is installed properly? So here is a quick instructions. In order to verify your AWS CLIs has been installed successfully, you just need to execute this particular command in your command prompts. So So I'm in a Windows. I'm just going to search for CMD, that is command prompt. I'm going to open a command prompt and I'm going to copy paste that command, AWS space hyphen version. So once you execute this particular command, you should get a response from your PC saying that the version of AWS CLI, and in case if you have any Python installed on your PC, it should also publish the version of that particular Python that you're running. So you can see right now, for me, it says AWS CLI version 2.1.38 and Python 3.8 and Windows 10, blah, blah, blah. So I'm using version 2. So you can go with version 1. That's completely okay. So make sure you get this response. That means you are done with AWS CLI installation process. That's it. As simple as that, right? So there is a screenshot I have attached in the same document for your reference. Take a look and let me know if you have any questions. Okay. So finally, we'll go for the step number 3, installing Python application on your PC. So the Python is mandatory for this particular workshop. So, but you need to have at least Python 3.4, at least Python 3.4 to get started with this workshop. So anything above Python 3.4.0 is completely okay, but you should not have a lesser version. So you can also download a Python application MSI installer from this particular link if you have 64-bit or if you have a 32-bit. So just make sure you download it and you can able to install it. Again, it's a straightforward way of installation process. So make sure install your Python applications. I'm not going to download this. I have downloaded and installed the Python already. So once you have installed your Python on your PC, so we can also quickly verify it whether your Python is running successfully or not. And before you verifying whether your Python is running successfully in your PC or not, there's a one more thing to consider. This is only for peoples who are running Anaconda framework on your PC. So Anaconda is a software that you can use especially for data science on your laptop for the big data use cases. In case if you are already a user of Anaconda, I will suggest you to use Anaconda command prompt itself, not to use Windows command prompt. So let's say if you're using Anaconda command prompt, so you can execute all the codes on Anaconda command prompt. So this instructions is only for the Windows users who don't have an Anaconda framework on their PC. So right now I have an Anaconda framework on my PC. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to open Anaconda command prompt. So if you search for Anaconda prompt, you will get, so this is how the Anaconda command prompt will look. So now I can able to verify my Python version just by typing a command again, Python space hyphen version as I showed in this particular screen in the PDF. So you should get the relevant Python version printed in that particular CMD. It says Python 3.8.3, right? That's it. So if you don't have Anaconda framework on your PC, you can straight away you can use Windows command prompt itself to to check your Python version. You can just type Python space hyphen version. You should get your relevant Python version, Python 2.7.15 or maybe Python 3 or any greater version. So you need to install Python version at least 3.4.0. Okay. So saying that now you have installed your Python successfully. So how do we test your Python is working successfully? So few for there are possibilities. Few peoples might end up with an error. So sometimes if you check for Python version space hyphen version, so it might throw an error sometimes. So Python was not found. Otherwise you should find an error says a Python is not recognized as an internal or external command. So there are possibilities that few peoples might end up with this particular error saying that Python is not recognized as an internal or external command. So this is the common problem that exists in case if the Python is not found in a path of your environmental variables on your Windows PC. So let me quickly show you how to resolve this error and how to test it again. So in order to like add your Python to your path, so what you need to do, go to properties of your PC. For example, let's say here I have my this PC. I will just right click and I will go to properties. So once you open properties, so if you are in Windows 10, your window will look something like this, and you can click on Advanced System Settings on a right corner. And once you open your Advanced System Settings, you should find something called Environmental Variables at the bottom right corner, and you should get this Environmental Variables window. So here on the top window, you should scroll. If you scroll, you will find an option called Path. Once you open this path, you should find a place where you can add a path to your Python. So for me, I have already added a path. So right now I have Python 3.7. So I added a two path, you can see here, and I have added one more path for the same Python, which says it's a script. So how do we add this path? So for me, how do I do it? Very simple, just follow the instructions. So all you need to do is open your Windows Explorer and just go to local disk C, and you can go to users. And once you go to users, you should go to the relevant user that you're using. For me, it's like my PC is called Sharat Kumar. I will go inside Sharat Kumar, and here you need to find a path called app data. But usually you don't find app data sometimes over here. What you need to do is you can click on a path here and just type slash app data, app data, and hit enter. You will be entering into app data folder right now. Now you can go inside local. Once you go inside local, you can scroll, you can find something called programs. Once you hit on programs, you'll find Python. Now that's it. So if I go inside Python, you can see I have two versions of Python, 3.7 and 3.8. Let's say you have one version, for example. Let's go with Python 3.7. If I open that folder, so now I am in a relevant Python folder. So now you can able to copy this particular path and go to that particular environmental variables window over here and click new and add the path. That's it. After adding a path, hit OK. So now you're done with adding a path to your Python, but you need to add a path to a script also. So in order to add a path to your script, again, go back to that folder and you can find one more folder here which is called scripts. If you open scripts, now you can copy this path from here and go back to environmental variable window and again open a path, hit new, and again copy paste that script and hit OK right now. After hitting OK here, click OK here again and click OK. So basically it saves your path successfully. So once you're done with that, again go back to your command prompt. Otherwise, better you close this command prompt and you can open a fresh command prompt. And now you can uh, typing Python space hyphen hyphen version. It should show your relevant Python version. So and another way of checking it, you can also download a simple hello world script from this particular link. So make sure you open that particular link in a new window so you can able to download a Python script. So I have already downloaded that Python script over here, which is called allo.py. So let me go to that relevant folder where I have my hello world hello.py file. So here you can see I have hello.py file. So I will quickly open a command prompt in the same path. So now I can able to try to execute that command hello.py. So basically it should throw you an output saying hello world. That means your Python is running successfully. So these are two ways to verify whether your Python is successfully installed, whether you're ready to go or not. So this is the three simple steps that you need to follow in order to fulfill the requirements before you getting started with this particular workshop. So it just takes 30 minutes to finish all the requirements. And in case if you have any questions, please reach out to me via text or a call. I'm here to help you. So until then, Sharat Kumar. So hope we will meet in a workshop and have a great day.